Welcome to the Night Watchman Chronicles video on spoon bending, or teaching you how to spoon bend. I can say it's a lot of fun to have a spoon bending party with a bunch of friends just for the heck of it. And you can collect spoons and forks pretty much anywhere. I keep mine in a garbage bag box. And these are all spoons that I've picked up at like the Salvation Army, spoons and forks that I've picked up at the Salvation Army or Goodwill. When you start to begin bending spoons, you might be able to bend a spoon kind of like this. Just your typical spoon, nothing special. Or you might be able to go a little bit smaller on the bend, like this. That in comparison to this. Or you might be able to bend and twist, kind of like this. And as you get further into the working with bending the spoon with your mind, you might be able to go to this extent. That's a crazy spoon. Or like this. Possibly kind of like this, quite twisted up. And really, really up towards the bottom of the spoon. So anyway, we're going to teach you in this video how to bend a spoon. Now I grabbed one of the spoons out of the box, didn't want to make a whole lot of noise while I was doing it, and as you can see, I'm pushing, I'm prodding. It's a normal spoon. It has your typical spoon bend, nothing special. When you're first starting out, you want to make sure that the handle of the spoon is not super thick. Super thick spoons are very difficult to bend. This is a much thicker spoon. This one here is a much thicker spoon than the one that I will be using right now. But the bending process is actually very easy. It's taking the spoon and holding it in this manner. You want your thumbs on either side of this little curve, like this, and you'll be holding it, but you're not going to be gripping it super tightly. You're just going to be gently holding it. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can hold it with your thumb in the bowl of the spoon, this direction. Either way is fine. I like to hold it this way because the natural bend of the spoon kind of gives you a little bit of a head start. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the spoon in this way, and you're going to concentrate on that point between your thumbs. You're going to say bend, 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 and keep repeating the word bend over and over. You don't necessarily have to say it out loud unless you choose to, or you can just say it in your head. And what will happen is you will start to feel, if you have just a little bit of pressure here holding, you'll start to feel that this part of the spoon begins to feel a little bit liquidy, like it wants to bend, or like, you know, it just gives. There's only a split-second time for that. You have to catch it when it happens, because that's the perfect time. When you feel that, then you apply just a tiny bit of pressure with your thumbs and let the spoon do the rest of the work. So we're going to try it here. So we're going to do bend, 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 and I'm testing it, bend, bend. There we go. So I didn't put a lot of pressure. I didn't hurt my hands making it bend in this way. Now they say that it isn't possible to bend this spoon again once it has been bent. Something about the molecules becoming liquidy, and then when they return to the solid state that they get harder than they were before. I don't believe that this is the case, and you know, from showing you the previous spoons with the crazy twists, it's obvious that, you know, you must be able to bend more than once, otherwise we would never be able to get this kind of twist. So we're going to try it one more time. This time, because you know the spoon is already bent, we're just going to hold it very lightly at the tips of each. Concentrate again on this section here. Put a little bit of pressure so you can feel, you know, when this becomes more liquidy. Bend, 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 bend. Just that fast. I felt that little bit of liquid, and that's the time to just use a little bit of pressure. And like I said, no dents in my thumbs or anything, or any other part of my hands from putting too much pressure on the spoon. So now if you actually take the spoon, you can do kind of a bounce effect here, but it doesn't bend this any more than it already was, just from that last bend. So you can go ahead and bounce it. Nothing happening. So now, since you've seen the basics of the spoon bending, I'm going to allow you to see someone who seems to have a natural ability to bend spoons and watch her actually in action. She is the one who has bent these over the years. She would prefer to remain anonymous, so all you will see are her hands doing the movements, and she will be picking spoons out of the garbage box that I showed you a little bit earlier. Then after her demonstration, the video is done. That really is all there is to spoon bending. So go to your local Goodwill or Salvation Army, grab some spoons, and have a little bit of fun seeing exactly what you can do with spoon bending. And thank you for watching.